where I am now, better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now, where I am now, in a special place, a telephone place, where I am.
It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, the FYI radio show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to 1400 AM, 1350 AM, click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
What could you will be, my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors. Let's welcome WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, WMVA 88.9 FM. Good morning to you.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Our newest channel is FYI Radio Show, host Yolanda Hinton on YouTube. And if you go to Crystal Records 1, we're there too on YouTube. That's CRISTO Records 1. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and we will shout you out.
Shut up.
Let's see.
Yeah.
What day is it today?
Today. Whole day.
What a wonderful rainy day, hump day, Mr. E. You all should be up. It's the middle of the week.
That's right. You should be popping and up. It's the middle of the week. And guess what? It's your time to get up.
I tell you what, this is the day that the Lord has made. I mean, we need to rejoice. He gave us another day to do better.
That's right.
You know, maybe yesterday you did a little something, but today you can redeem yourself by Mr. E because we're under new mercy.
That's right. Another day, another beginning, a new beginning that the Lord has granted us to have on today. So that should rejoice in your spirit.
We should be thankful. But today is Wednesday.
That's right.
What's under the hat issues concerning you?
That's right. That's what it's all about. Men, and for men. Where folks want to know about what men, how men think, what men is about. And I want to let you know before we get started that the telephone lines is available. If you'd like to call us when we say you can call now, it's 757-624-9475. What a great day.
Well, we got a great topic, Mr. E. FYI Radio Shows. The topic for today is what do Black men want in America? But the main topic is, will Black men determine the election?
You know, that's one of the greatest things in the world. So will Black men determine the election?
And Mr. E, that's deep.
That's real deep.
Black men, it's being talked about.
That's right, Miss Hinton. It's being talked about black men voting, black men going down to the poll. Would it all depends on whether or not an African American man make it to the poll and turn and pull the level to to make that vote count.
Well, Miss B, I'm going to do like almost like an interview with you and others that are listening. Men, if you'd like to call in, Miss B will give you that number in a little while. But what do black men want in America?
Miss Hinton, a lot of black men, they would love to have.
You and the others, all of you. What do you want?
We want peace and harmony. Me, I want peace and harmony and equality. I want everything to run proper. I want our children to be able to go to school without being under the gun. I want uh, the money market to either be affordable for each African American brother, African American men. I want plenty of jobs.
Yes.
I want a way that men can really be men, and not be able, not being able to voice. I want a voice. I want men to have a voice, to be able to voice their opinion and do things that men supposed to do.
Well, that's great. So you want opportunity, you want job, you want respect.
That's right. That's right.
All things you want to respect. You want to be able to lift your voice and be heard.
That's
Because
right.
at one time you in our past didn't have the opportunity to vote. Neither could you lift your voice, honey. You was in chains. And I tell you what, black men have fought, in my opinion, to where they are today.
That's right. That's
They
right.
have fought where they are today. And where you all are now, to me, is in a better place. But yet you still have to fight. You still have to fight for your rights. You still have to fight for the American dream. You still have to fight for education.
That's right.
You still have to fight to have leadership. But most men, and I believe, in my opinion, those that I'm surrounded by, want the best things.
And Miss Hinton, and you're right. Black men want the best thing. We just don't want second best. We done been through the rough side of life. If you look back in the days of old, we've been hanging around. We've been tarred and feathered. We've been whipped. We've been knocked down. Really good at we've been tore up from the floor up. And so yeah, it's now time for us to rise above mere survival.
Absolutely. We have a caller on the line.
Good morning. Good morning.
So, Miss Eve, are you?
Good morning. Caller, you there?
They want to make a call back as we continue to discuss this topic.
Good morning.
Will black men determine the election? Where are black men now? Where are you? It's like Adam, where black men, where are you? I tell you what, black men are talked about now in the news as far as determining the vote. I think it's a tug of war. The Republicans want you. The Democrats want you. The Independents want you. Uh,
Good morning.
and all I think are in a very
I can
powerful,
hear you.
powerful place. Miss E, do we have a call on the line?
We got a call on the line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. Good morning.
Praise the Lord. Good morning. Who are we speaking to?
Pastor Lee Von Brock. How you doing?
We're doing just fine. We would love for you to chime in on this conversation. Will black men determine the election? And what do black men want in America?
What do you really want in America? That's a deep question. I usually always go back to our history. And we have experienced a lot of trauma. So until we are healed of our trauma, we really don't know what we want.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, we really don't know what we want. We've been brought over here to another country and learned the Western ways, which have confused us about our identity.
Yes.
So with that identity crisis, we really don't know what we want.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So there's trauma, unhealed trauma, there's confusion. But why is it now you all seem like a valuable commodity? You have everybody pulling for the black man. Why is the black man standing out so much in 2024?
I think it's more image of the black man versus the value of the black man that people are going on.
You know, when we talk about the image, when we talking about will black men determine the elections, when we talk about the valuable black men, why is now black men is such a hot commodity? You know, is it because that we have we are, a lot of us running around here, or is it because that we've been released? We've been released from prisons and penitentiaries, and we get our life back together. Is it because that we know the value of a dollar and we got businesses now?
Or are we or black men being used? Is this are you a pawn in somebody's hand saying, okay, it's a whole bunch of y'all, like you said, Mr. E, and now's the time to pull you all over, make you think you're valuable. Could it be that? Tell us,
Oh yeah.
Mr. Rock, what do you think about
I believe more of the latter, what you just said. We're being used, we've always been used with the cash cow of America.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you
The
know,
cash cow of America. We just need somebody to send us the memo to
absolutely.
remind us of who we are, how we really value the true value.
Yes.
And so when you don't really know the true value, you'll pawn something because you don't understand the value of it, but you get a few dollars without having a cigarette.
Now that's right. Now we know that that has happened in the past with war, going to war. You know, when we need somebody
All
to
that
go to
black man.
war, go to the front line, release the slaves, and let them go to the front line. Who is it? It's the
It's
black
the black
man.
man. That's
It's
right.
the black man. So this is what you're saying is not far fetched. You know, there are times when black men are being used by the system.
That's it. And we need to understand these historical statistics. When we're talking about the black man, we can't just go by what we see, but we have to study statistics.
Yeah.
And statistics don't lie, especially when we have several years of data. It tells us the outcome of black men producing on a very high level versus non-producing black men, and then the reason why we're not producing.
Wow.
I got a question for you, Dr. Brock. You know, do black men really know that we are valuable?
I
Do
don't,
do
I
we
don't,
do we know that we are valuable or that we are somebody?
well, again, I'm going back to the statistics. The statistics, 75% of the black families do not have a black man in the home, do not have a black man in the home. And
Mm,
so, if the black man is not in the home, then where is he?
that's right.
Wow.
I think that was one of the first questions that Sister Yolanda asked. Where is he? Adam, where
Absolutely.
art thou?
Where
Where
are
art
you?
thou? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
And so, because he's not in the home,
Where is
then
it?
the home is abandoned. The black man is no longer representing the community. And then when we started talking about the election, well, of course he's going to be represented in his home.
Yes.
And if 75% of the black men are not in the home representing the family, then he cannot represent the community. And look at the country, the black woman is the more eligible uh, voter than
Yes.
the black man.
That's great.
Yes.
That's
Well,
great.
Eligibility does not equal participation.
that's what I wanted to ask you. Do black men care about the issues? Do they care about immigration, women reproductive rights, the economy, jobs, opportunities, employment? What do black men care about? And will they participate in the election?
Okay, what black men care about again? Black men have been, as the saying was during George Floyd thing, the need to take our air fluid restrict. That means you can't breathe.
Mm.
Oh,
And when you cannot breathe, medically it affects your brain.
That's right.
Yes.
The
And
oxygen. Yeah.
when your brain is not receiving oxygen, you can't properly think.
Would you
So
put it?
we've been suffocated throughout our duration in America. Again, when we ask these kind of questions, if the questions are complex and very confusing, they are not black and white answers to very valid questions.
Mhm.
Now,
We need oxygen. We need to breathe. I think the young man wrote a song like this on to live.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You know,
And
now since the election is right around the corner, there's a slogan that you're needed but not wanted, wanted but not needed. What do you think about that slogan they got out? Do they really need the black man?
we were always needed, as I said, with the cash cow.
Mhm.
So how do you recruit us? That's the objective. How do
Yes.
you recruit us? Because if you can recruit the black man, then America has the cash cow back on the horse,
Absolutely.
doing the work that America wants the black man to do. So the reason why the black man is in the position or this position that he's in is again because of identity crisis. He's homeless, he's incarcerated, he's unemployed. All these things are true concerning our position. So
Yes.
voting, as voting has not served us throughout the time being here, what would be the motivation to cause a black man to vote now?
Absolutely.
We're talking about on a larger percentage. Remember that the black woman is the one that's most eligible to vote, but it doesn't mean every black woman is going to vote. The black man is less eligible, and therefore he's not going to vote or participate as often as the black woman. And then we
Yes.
make up what 14% of the American population. All these statistics are things you have to look at. And then again, as I'm saying, understand the mindset or the development of the black man, how he became the way that he is.
Yes. I want you and Mr. E to comment on this statement that I heard. We want black men as Republicans. Come on over here, says the former president of the United States, because I can relate to you because you all are criminals. I can relate to you as criminals. You criminals. Uh, come on with it. You know, he's saying that they have charged him unjustly and stuff. And I know how you feel. So you black men, all you criminals, come over here to this party because this is your place. Please, you all explain.
You know, Miss Hinton, I'll let Mr. Block go first. But Mr. Block, go ahead and tell us why did this fellow feel, this certain fellow feel that because he can relate to us because we are jailbirds, we are criminals, and that we love tennis shoes.
Again, the black man or the young black man that's trying to finish you most likely is not an eligible voter.
Mm, mm, mm,
And
Mm.
so you may draw the attention to some terms, so to speak, with that type of talk, but the average voter is an educated person. Am I right or wrong?
That's
yes,
right.
yes.
So if you're talking to the guy in the street who's trying to finish you, he's not going to vote for you.
Mm,
You know,
He's not going to vote.
here's another thing, Mr. Rock, is this. Not all black men are criminals.
Correct.
Not
there
all
you go.
black men are criminals. Not all black men can relate to going to jail and being convicted of felonies and being convicted of a crime. Some of us live a normal life, a life that's pleasing unto the master. And some of
Mhm.
us are leading a normal life to raise our young children, our young men and women to be valuable product, valuable people in our country. You know, when you talk about you can relate to a black man because he's a criminal, all he knows is going to steal something and say crazy stuff and go to jail. That's not a black man. That is
Mhm.
not being related to a black man. A black
Right.
man has morals. Black man has standards. When you look at America back in the days of old, a black man was the one that built America. And so
Mhm.
you cannot say that a black man, or you can relate to him because he's a criminal.
Amen. Amen.
Yes, we have, it says there are 10 undecided voters. They did a survey. They explain why they have picked a side in this election. And they said one of seven, it says this young man named Barker and other black men in North Carolina, one of seven swing states could play a critical role in this year's presidential election. Polls show both candidates in an extremely tight race, and both parties make specific appeals to voters like these men. Democrats are touting policies that they say benefit black men, and some of the, like we said, the former president is commenting about race and how over here we can do better. And so, like I said, I feel like it's a tug of war. Come over here, we can do that to you. But these particular men said they have not made a decision. They don't know if they will vote. And like you said earlier, they may not feel like you are addressing their particular needs. So why vote? Some of them feel like, hey, why vote? You are not at one time saying what you can do for us as black men.
And that's why we as black men has to really be able to go to the polls, be able to go to these meetings that we have these block party meetings where we can really tell our story, where we can tell how we feel and where our valuables are, where we can let folks know we're just not a cigarette drinking liquor, drinking wine on the corner, smoking, got 20 cigarettes that has us hooked. That we spend all our money on drugs, that we're not like that. Mr. Hinton, when I look around and I see so many folks looking at a black man and how they paint a black man as being broke, busted, and disgusted, don't have nowhere to go. We are not that. We are strong individuals. We built America again. And if you want to make America great, get out of the way of a black.
Do you think that black men encourage their sons and daughters to vote or become leaders?
Yeah.
You all, encourage them, hey, let's go to the polls, let's make changes.
And we tell them it ain't all about football playing, basketball playing, and boxing. We got some folks that's astronauts. We tell them that the sky is limit. There is no limit for you. You can go as high as you want to go, and that you can be whatever you want to be, and you ain't got to be what I want to be. My dad used to tell us, and I'm going back. My dad said, I don't want you to be like me. I had a third grade education, and all I knew how to do is to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. I want you to be better than me.
But when you all are talking, my mind reflects back to the time of Martin Luther King and the fight. Black men were instrumental and our leaders were instrumental in bringing black people together to address issues, to get our civil rights. You all have fought so hard for our children.
That's right.
And I feel as though you all should encourage them, because you all you can look behind you and you can see how far we have come. You can look and see that you had the energy, you had God on your side, you had family,
That's right.
You had the will to make it. You did not get here just by wishing it. You fought to where you are. You all are wonderful black men who still are working hard to make the American dream or your dream realized. You all are not in it just playing games.
That's right.
You've been fighting for a long time, and you all are still on the move. Look where we are now.
That's right.
It wasn't because, like I said, somebody just wished it. It was hard work, a hard fight. The battle is not over, and you all are still in it to win it, whether you're voting or not. And I encourage you all to vote.
That's right.
You're still on the move, and you're still making strides, and you're still accomplishing things year after year after year.
Mr. Brock, what you got to say about that?
Again, you always have to look at the whole man. The whole man. We're talking about voting, which is once every 4 years, and the black man is not discussed during those 4 years. His medical condition, his emotional condition, his financial condition. If these things were addressed during the time that you were getting ready to vote, then you would have a man more eager to vote, more educated and knowing how to vote.
Do you think that African American men just want somebody to give it to them in a hand basket, that we sit here just waiting for somebody to drop it in our lap? We know exactly what's going on. We're not sitting there being dumber than dumber. We know exactly what we can do and how we can do it. You can make sure you can understand that black men, yes, they're valuable, their votes are valuable, and they will rise to the occasion.
We got to fight. We got to fight, and we have to understand our foundation, our roots, our ancestors, as Sister Yolanda was saying, the things that were done to get it here, the ball has been dropped. So now the younger generation, again, they would enjoy our inheritance before we enjoy.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we got to reinvest in understanding the conditions. And I'm asking the two of you, did you realize that 75% of the black men were not in the family home?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's huge.
That's
it.
big. That's huge.
And that number will continue to increase if we don't do anything about it. And so therefore we will not have the representation that we want from our black men, which they are, lost and confused and don't understand what we're supposed to do or why to do it.
All right.
Thank you,
We want
Doctor.
to thank you for calling in. We're going to open the phone lines.
And thank you for having me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you all want to make a comment, men, black men, we would love to hear from you. Yeah, will you all determine the election? A lot of people are saying that, Mr. E. A lot of people saying that black men are in it and they're ferocious. Now, our caller just said about the statistics of black men not being in the home. Black men, where are you? You're somewhere. You may not be in the home, but you're somewhere. And we want to know, how. This is the thing. You should be asking the leaders, what will you do to make things better for us? Or you should be working at work. And see, this is the thing. Opportunity and everything is in your lap. Laws are on your side.
Yeah.
And so you all now have opportunity to have the American dream or have the job or the education or the family or the white picket fence. It's in your hands. And we can't depend on Washington to do everything. It's you're responsible to be able to get out there and do it for yourself. Locally, you can do some things.
That's
you
right.
involved locally.
That's
you can
right.
make sure you're taking care of the home. You can make sure you're taking care of your children. You can make sure you're working with diligence. Of course, you need the connection with God. That's one of the problems.
That's right.
To be connected to God that will give you the plan, the vision for your life so you can be all that and be successful and live abundant life.
The telephone lines are available 757-624-9475. We'll take about two more callers. 757-624-9475. Is the black man vote valuable? Is the black man vote able to change America? Are we just what somebody say that they can relate to us because we are convicts, because we are criminals? Give us a call at 757-624-9475. Are we just a drop in the bucket? Can we rise above mere survival? Can we make the change in America? 757-624-9475. Are all African American men locked in jail behind bars or standing on the side of the road?
I know many of them that are doing what they need to do. They're good fathers. They are, making sure that they are in the, in God's hand. A lot of them are in church. A lot of them are leaders now. We've got to look at the big picture.
Yeah.
But we do have to make sure that every black man has the opportunity that he needs. At one time, opportunity was not, something that he could just grab easily. He had to really break through, and then he had to wait for a time when breakthrough happened. Because what? These folks had this system locked down. Black men and black women were suppressed, and they were not given opportunity for housing and for that abundant life, for that American dream. And so through the Black men getting involved, becoming leaders and doing the things that are right and to connect with God, they can have the life that they see and the life that's meant for them to have.
That's right, Miss Hinton. We are not just out there doing nothing, standing on the side of the road. We are not out there doing anything. When you turn around, these bricks, before they made these machines, these bricks we put together. Well, Miss Hinton, we got to get out of here.
Absolutely, we have to go, but look, we'll be here for a few minutes and say hello to us, say something in the chat, and you can chime in on this conversation for a little while. Be blessed. We'll see you on Friday.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, the FYI Radio Show, with your host, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. And for more information about FYI, give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Don't forget to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful hump day. With a smile on my
Wow, Mr. E, I would really love for us to do our
After Dark
show because we really, really, really need to talk about it. I would love to hear a perspective of Black men of all walks of life, how they see things. We were just reading where they did that survey of the 10 men, and they have not made a choice yet because for some reason or another, Mr. E, they just are not hearing what they need to hear.
Miss Hinton, when we begin to dialogue about this, I've seen so many folks in North Carolina, which is a swing state, and they've been dialoguing about that. They have not done anything for Black men or Black families or Black farmers down there. It's all about, if we get them here, get them there, we get them to do whatever we want them to do.
Yes, yes.
I was reading here, Miss Hinton, and the numbers that we were talking about of how that there were so many Black men in North Carolina, one of the swing states, could play a critical role in the year presidential election. Polls show that both candidates in an extremely tight race, and both parties are making specific appeals to the voters. This fellow by the name of Barker that you talked about earlier, Democrats are touring, TOURTING policies that benefit Black men and reminding them of the former President Trump comment about race, about the 2017. The word I want you to look at is the word TOUTING. That there are so many folks that are looking at a Black man and saying that we are nothing. We are nothing. Attempting to sell, offer racing tips to share, attempting to sell, typical pasturing people in aggressive or bold manner. That's what that word mean. And so they said Black men are really racial. We are really bold, and we're trying, and we are really don't know what we're doing.
When you have to listen, you have to be involved. And what I mean by it, I'm not talking about necessarily political, but you've got to be aware of what's going on, and you have to care about what's going on as Black people.
That's right. That's right.
And you have to care. So you may not care about the election, and but you need to care about you. You need to care about your family. You need to care about the world that you're living in. You need to care about your community. And so, I encourage Black men to make sure you hear you need, hear what others say they're going to provide.
Yeah.
But if they don't provide,
you got
them.
Right.
You got a God that you can depend on, that can show you that the way and help you to survive. That's the thing. We just can't depend on Washington. And I think that's what most people are saying. They're saying, I don't hear what you can do for me. I hear y'all, and y'all want me to vote for you and you, but it's up to me to make sure that my journey, my vision in life are fulfilled. I've got to find a way for success. I got to find a way to solve problems. I got to find a way to get you to hear what we need. I've got to find a way to have a voice. And so, Mr. E, they say black swing state voters are overwhelmingly for Harris. I know Republicans want blacks over, but is that a shiny object over there on the Republican side? Is it a shiny object over here? Is it that we want you over here, but we're really not going to do nothing for it?
That's right. Because when we look at our black men, black folks, I want to get back on the men. Are the men really interested in tax cuts? Are we
That's
really
what I-
listen? Are we
Yeah.
really interested in tax breaks and things of that nature? Are we just saying, okay, our votes don't count, or we just got to do it the slick way? We got to do it the hood way. That we, are we really concerned about our children going to school?
But this is what I want to know, Mr. E. What do you all think as you are berated in the media and always offended by, not offended, but always hearing stuff that will make you feel small? When you hear some of this leadership talking and these folks running for president or other leaders, they minimize black men, they minimize black causes, they put you in a category of, or you all are just throwaway stuff like that. Why do black men sit back and kind of like take some of this?
You
All
know,
this
for years we've been shut down because of things that we could not take. We couldn't do. You take, for example, back in the days of old, in the slavery days, men had to see their families being tortured, wives being raped and beat, and could not do anything about it. Charred and feathered. All we had to do. Black men has been what we call rabbit in the field, shot at folks for sports. So that means that some of the black men today, I can't say too much, because if you look at it, the jailhouse are full, and they're going to criminalize. There are two different laws. There's two different ways that give two different books, and folks may not never believe it, that when an African American man go to court, they got to pull out the black book, and when the Caucasian man go to court, they pull out the white book. Anybody else, we get more punishment, and we get do more, get put in jail for lesser crime, and we get the maximum of everything to keep us down. Why? Because we multiply out here. Why? Because they don't want to see us rise. But yet we are still rising. We are somebody regardless of how they treat us.
Keep the fight, keep up the fight, keep listening, and do not take, people degrading you, out in the open, and dog whistles and saying you all deserve, to be a part of us because you're criminals and
Yeah.
things like that. Do not accept this
That's right.
way people are trying to identify. Who do men say that I am? Who do men say that black men are? And so that's what I'm saying. You've got to know your identity. You got to know your power. You've got to know that you can be what you can be and want to be in this world. So listen.
You're not a deadbeat daddy. You're not deadbeat. You are somebody. I cannot say it enough, Hinton. You are somebody. Don't let nobody fool you. You are smart. You are brilliant. You are marvelous and wonderfully made. So you can, whatever need to be done, you can do it. Let's get out there, my friend, and let's get out there and vote. Let's get out there and make America to be what it's supposed to be. Not just because we got a woman voting, not because she's a black woman. Let's look at the morals, what she's running for. Equal opportunity, what we need. We don't need a handout. We can make it ourselves. but give us the opportunity. Let's do that.
Absolutely. So we're going to continue to push the vote on our upcoming shows. We'll talk about immigration. We'll talk about the economy. We'll talk about women's issues. We're going to talk about a whole lot of things that are going on that we need to be aware of. And we're going to encourage you all to be the best that you can be. We're going to come with some great shows. We're going to make sure that you all are involved in the dialogue. You can be a special guest, a sponsor, an intern with FYI Radio Show. Missy's going to give you the information in a minute. Make sure you continue to follow us on social media, share our content, comment. Make sure you get involved in what we're doing because we're the ear to aid the community give voice to it. We're going to have some great special guests coming on
Yeah.
about some of the issues, what's on the ballot, and all of that as well. Don't forget, Yolanda Hinton, new single, Make It All Right. Thank you, all those that are supporting the music and things like that program. Talk to you more about the Young Women Achieving Success program and some of the anti-bullying initiatives. Go to our sponsor, Bullvic Academy, BLVIC Academy. Check out the website and information. Go to beardguys.com. Check out the information there. Chris Hinton is the owner. And just continue to keep it locked here at the Radio Show. Miss Lee's going to tell you how you can respond with special guest or entertainment at FYI Radio Show.
If you'd like to be a special guest sponsor of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861 or email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Or you go a little bit further than that, or you can inbox us on Facebook at Edward Evans page, Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, and let us know that you'd like to be a part of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world.
You all are special. Thank you so much for your support, and we're going to see you back here on one Friday.
2 up, 2 down.